I'm learning, of course, more and more about fashion in India. I'd never really been to India before this trip. I work a lot with India, however. Yes, this was my first time. But I work a lot with Indian manufacturers. I work a lot with Indian embroiderers. So I'm very used to working with India as a fashion country.
So you import your collections here?
A lot of things, yeah. Like, of course, all the embroidery is done here. A lot of handwork, anything that's very labour intensive is done out of India. So definitely, India for a long time already has been very significant for me on that level. In terms of designers, I'm just starting to learn things now. But obviously, I'm very aware of the fact that both India and China are massively growing countries and have massively growing industries, as opposed to Europe and America, which are actually in stagnation at the moment. So for me to come here and see India at close range is very, very exciting.
Okay, Chris, can you tell me where would you rate India as a fashion hub on a scale of 1 to 10?
Well, I think there are two criteria to work with: as a manufacturing hub and as a source of textiles and embroidery. It's easily a 9 out of 10. It's incredibly important. I can't think of another country that's more important, actually. In terms of being taken seriously as a fashion hub, in terms of designers, I think we have to be honest and say that India still has a way to go, but the speed at which it is growing and expanding, and the really high level of interest in fashion that there is here in India, I think India will easily be on par with Europe, with America in a very short space of time, easily in 5 years or less. I'm convinced of this. And also you have to remember that some Indian designers are now starting to show in New York, are starting to show in Paris, so I think it's just a matter of time, really.
Okay, you're working with Catherine today. A few words about her?
Well, we only met here, so yeah, it's fun. She's from Scotland, so she's from the north of the country, I'm from the south of the country. So in normal circumstances, I don't think we would have met. But again, it's a really fun encounter. But I think the whole concept of the Signature Premier World of 8 fashion tour, the whole idea behind it, I think, was to draw different people together that would never have come together. I would never maybe have been on one stage with an Indian designer, a Bollywood star, a Miss UK, and myself. We would never have come together under any other circumstance. So I think that was one of the concepts behind this whole tour. And yeah, to meet her today was really exciting. And we actually met yesterday. But yeah, it's been really cool. Yeah.
That's pretty short time to know each other.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so
we weren't even on the same plane. So,
Okay, so what do you think are the qualities of an ideal model for you?
The qualities of an ideal model. Okay. It's a very difficult thing to quantify, because sometimes a girl just has that extra thing and you don't know what it is, but it makes her stand out from all the other girls. But in general terms, for a model to work, they do have to have a certain height usually. There are exceptions like Kate Moss, but on the whole, models, the clothes hang better when they have a certain height. The clothes hang better
what
when...
is that certain height? Yeah.
The certain height, I would say, really, I would say like a 5'9" is how it's 5'9", 5'10", it's already getting a bit tall actually, but it's not the only criteria. I think,
I think most designers, they don't prefer curves. They look for more like a hanger effect.
Yes, definitely. For the type of clothes that I do, it definitely works. You have two different types of models: what you call commercial models and fashion models. And I think commercial models, they're more like a Victoria's Secret type model. They're very sexy. They have a bust. They have a bum, and they're very sexy. They're very sexy models. They're very what real people look like and what men tend to actually like in real life. On the other hand,
men fancy.
What men fancy, exactly. But on the other hand, you also have fashion models, and I think they're a different type of model. They tend to be a bit taller, a bit thinner, quite quite flat.
Flatter.
And it's just because the clothes hang better. So that is a very selfish motivation.
So what is the advice you would give for an aspiring model, upcoming model?
Okay, what I always, Diana Freeland, Eileen Ford, who started the Ford modeling agency, she said something very wise. She said, you don't choose modeling, modeling chooses you, and it's the truest thing in the world, because a girl can absolutely not want to be a model, but if she has all the requisite ingredients, the height, the long limbs, the clear complexion, an aura, she's going to get stopped in the street, she's going to get scouted, people are going to ask her, would you be interested? Because scouts, they look all day for new girls. So if you tick the boxes, modeling is going to choose you. If you are short and don't meet these criteria, you can want to be a model, but it might not necessarily happen. And if you don't have a criteria to be a model, the kindest thing you can do to yourself is put it to bed and pursue something else in your life. Otherwise, it could make you very unhappy, because unfortunately it's a tough business and you have to meet certain standards to be able to be successful in it.
Okay. Can you give me the names of some top fashion models you've worked with?
That I like and that I've worked with.
Yeah.
I've been lucky to have worked with very big fashion models, particularly in America. I've worked with Linda Evangelista, I've worked with Cindy Crawford, I've worked with Claudia Schiffer, I've worked with Kate Moss, I've worked with Carolyn Murphy, who went on to do the Estee Lauder, became the Estee Lauder girl. James King, who became a big Hollywood star. So I've worked with very, very many famous models.
Okay,
Yeah.
nice. That much? Thanks for your time.
Oh, is that it? Okay, great.
One more question. What's special about today's theme?
About
Today's theme?
today's team?
Yeah.
They're fantastic. Everyone, for me it's been so interesting because, for instance, the choreographer today, I'd never seen that type of choreography, and what she was doing for the first show, I was so happy that I sat out front for the Indian rehearsal.
Yeah.
Because I really appreciated what she was doing, and I thought within the cultural context of where I am, I'm in India, I'm a host, I'm a guest designer here, I'm being hosted by an Indian group. I thought that what she was doing completely made sense within the context of this show. So when it came time to rehearse my section, I said, really, I'm handing it over to you because you obviously are very aware of the cultural sensibilities here. You've done many shows in India, so you know what the audience like, what they expect. And I think my clothes will speak for themselves, but let's put it into a context that the audience here will understand and appreciate. So that's just one example. Then the whole team for Redbox has been amazing. We did our hair and makeup trials last night. They were fantastic. They took our input on board and we took their input on board. And yeah, it's been a really good give and take. The music guys have been great. We gave them music, they came back with their suggestions, and we sort of made it all work. And then at 7 o'clock we're going to do the lights. So yeah, it's really great. It's been a wonderful collaboration, basically.
Great.
Any more questions?
And
Yeah?
the theme